Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time of tuning in, welcome. My name is Tolulope Solutions.
Stop it! I legit thought you were going to say your own name. It's your channel too now. Why you doing like that?
Yeah, so welcome. My name is Gbemiga Adejumo and this is the delectable, amazing Tolulope Solutions. And today's video, we'll be talking about intimacy.
Again?
Intimacy. My God.
It has to juice it up. You people know your Pastor Gbemiga. This Pastor Gbemiga here. We've only been seeing your lifestyle vlogs. You want to shed more light into why you have not come to our sit-downs?
Actually, I've been very busy. Recently, I've had to take a few trips here.
It's a lie. This is lockdown. He did not take any trip. See, when I'm saying it's a lie, stop it. Stop lying. You people say, let him express himself. Sometimes he used to forget the thin line between expressing himself and play. Okay? Anyway,
let me express myself.
Express yourself. In truth. In today's video, we're going to talk about how, we've been managing, emphasis on managing and trying, to keep the romance and intimacy going. And we did a video about intimacy after baby or romance after baby, something like that. And I feel like that was really just centered about the baby, having a child and things like that. But I feel like this will even help whether you had a child 10 years ago or you guys are even a newlywed couple. Like, this is like all around that. Okay, so without further ado, let us jump right into it. And if you're new here, that's the signature. We jump right into it. Okay, go first. The first thing.
Yeah. So there are a couple of things that we have lined out here, but one of the first things I will talk about is Spanx. Yeah, you heard me right.
Pastor.
And I would like to break it down.
Pastor say.
To not just spank, let it be spank/grab. Do endeavor to grab your partner's buttocks.
I like that. Buttocks is a biology word.
It's a biological statement, a word. So please make sure that it is one of those things. When we watch it in movies, it's not just for making the movie nice. It's actually something that I think people, I personally, I'm indifferent, but
you're
I like to do, like when it is done to me, right?
Okay.
But I do it a lot to my wife, everywhere, anywhere.
With respect, don't go be doing it outside, though. My husband, when he's doing it, like, we could be somewhere and he's doing it and nobody has a clue. And I'm the one just pinching him that you better stop this thing you're doing. Like, in front of my nanny sometimes, and that one is just, okay, should I bring it up? And our guy just, like you said, smacking and grabbing. I'm like, dude. But I like it, personally, I like it. I feel like there's been a few times that I'm like, how you gonna walk past me without doing the needful? Like, cause I like it. And then obviously I said it here that one of his body parts that I love the most is his buttocks. Let's just stick to that word. So for me, whether or not he enjoys it, it gives me joy and pleasure to return the favor. Okay?
Yeah, so it ties to the fact that we as humans were wired to want, and rather to be wanted or to be desired. So when you do things like that, it sends a signal to your partner that
I want you.
So it's and I think it's a good thing too.
Oh, go. It's okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing that I'm going to be talking about, even though this one, I've complained about it, I have asked for it, I have given it to the Lord in prayer, I have surrendered, is dancing together. Stop it. Instead of you to take the lesson.
We dance together.
Yes, but not as much as I would like.
In the rain. We dance in the rain sometimes.
Let's go dancing in the rain. Is that the song that you just referred to? Wow. On live TV. Anyway, I love it. I feel like the few times, I'll say few, but guys, it's relative, right? If you want to do it every day, if that's what brings intimacy to you and your partner, make you feel close, and you can afford to, please do. For us, I feel like we're still slacking, but the times you do it, I enjoy it. Like, you just pick a song. Sometimes we do it to our first dance on our wedding, and I feel like I started pressing the P on it because I saw how my husband started dancing so much with his daughter, and singing too. Let me just say it here too. Like, if you serenade me, I love it. Sing for me, call my name. There was one day in church, let me put you on blast.
Hey,
in church, right after service, like, choir was just singing. My husband was the one with the microphone. They were just singing. It was Vows Day in church, I remember. And then they were now saying, "Oh, love me, only tell me." And then my husband started singing, like personalizing it for me. Solutions me. And then my friend was like, they're singing for you. I said, I beg, the singing that does not sing for me in the house is singing it in church.
It's our life.
No, I was after I said that statement that at this time, people are not already looking at me, so I'm like, okay, all right, okay, I take it. But I'm just saying that I would like more, like, you're a gospel artist. You've got voice from heavens, isn't it?
What?
Anyway, but that's not the real. The main thing here is dancing together. I feel like it just gives a sense of, it's just romantic to just hold hands, dance together. All the steps we see in movies, 12, 12, 12, one finger, be one leg up, one leg down. It's very,
and it doesn't have to be that. If you want to do like Zanko,
yes,
you know, twerk, all those things. As long as you are in your confines. As long as you are in the confines of your home.
I get you, Sha. Even those
anything goes.
Together dancing goes. I remember when we went for a wedding, Shegun's wedding precisely, and I was really grinding my husband. I'm like, no, nobody says it's mine, it's my husband. I can really do all the things that I want. But me, Kesha, I'm talking about like, hold my hand, hold my waist, and let's dance to the tune. It's a way of like sparkling. Is it sparkling? Intimacy. All right.
Yeah. So the next point is something that my wife came up with a couple of weeks ago. She just dropped it on the table. Bam!
We are doing this.
I'm like, where did this one come from? Which movie did you watch? Which YouTube video did you see?
As to be fair, I saw in the comments of another person's YouTube video, and I thought, okay, this would be really nice. And it's not a couple of weeks ago. It's like 3 months now that
it's still a couple of weeks. 3 months is a couple of weeks.
Some weeks.
And I was like, okay. I was a bit uncomfortable, I'll be honest. You know, initially.
I know why.
But it's something that in retrospect, is something that is actually very good. Because
what is the thing? You don't say anything.
We'll get there. Because this intimacy thing we're talking about is basically we're saying if there is transparency between you guys, the emotions and the channel and the emotions and the whatever thing of love, right, is able to flow unhindered, right? And that's what makes it beautiful.
Yeah.
The fact that there's no holding back, you know, between you and your partner. Now your way. Between you and your partner, you know, there is that transparency, you know, there is I'm looking for a particular word, you know. You're able to see through each other, right? And in that sincerity, that is where that intimacy is built and you get. So this next point is called love, fear, and desire. LFD for sure. Basically, I'll let the person that discovered it explain what it is.
It's not even a big deal. Calm down. Okay, so and trust me, guys. Immediately I saw this, I had to tell all the married people in my mentee group that you people should go and be doing it. Go and be doing it. Oh, you're allowed for intimacy. So basically, it's just I saw it in the comments. Maybe I'll even munch the comments and put it here. You guys can hold hands or
sit on each other. Sit.
Yabiom. It's called Yabiom.
Yabiom.
In
yoga.
Yeah,
Yabiom.
It's a position. But whatever, even sit across the table. But it's to say, what do you love? What do you love about me? What do you fear about our relationship? And what do you desire from me? So that's why it's called love, fear, and desire. Or what do you love about me or our relationship? It's not just
you did lie, fear that lie.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Is it about me or our relationship? And the point here is to go uninterrupted. Like when the person is talking, when your partner is talking, you don't have to start to explain, and when they are done, you just say thank you.
Nothing else.
That's all.
Not actually, you see that
no time for that.
Thanks.
Here it's just thank you, I appreciate it. And then you take turns, you say your love, I say my love, you say your fear, I say my fear, desire. And then like just walk with it.
After you cannot do other things that people do in marriage.
Don't hold it against each other. Don't like all that stuff. Just make sure that it could be 5 or 10 minutes depending on how long. I think the first one we did
that 35 minutes.
I agree.
Oh, boy.
I agree. I felt like you were getting bored at some point, but you couldn't say
I wasn't getting bored.
Because it was like we started around like to 12 in the midnight, so we're there to almost past 2.
You can't give her headlines. If you say what I fear about is say popcorn, whatever. I'm just giving a random example. She'll be like, what do you mean? Like the popcorn, like is it like regular popcorn or sweet or you have to break it down
and
to tea?
Yeah, like cause See, let me just put you on blast. My husband is a very emotional person, but he tries to mask it a lot of times. And I know that I said that, like, don't talk, don't say anything, but that's if the person is expressive. If you don't understand what the person feels, okay, so feel free to let them finish and say, but I still don't understand, which is what I did in my case. I wasn't trying to explain that, oh no, but you should not fear this because of no, but you need to also understand where they're coming from, and that's what I did in my case. Well, it's so good, we enjoy doing it, okay? And I've seen that. You see, that's what that's what happened when you're making fun of me. And it's good, it's nice. Even the feeling, like for us, we did the yabby and it was like, okay, look into my eyes, tell me. Like, it took me back to the day this man was wooing me, the small wood that he would. Next. Okay, so the next point is to just make her randomly make her randomly and hold hands. I know that holding hand there, we were so used to it when we're outside, say shopping mall or things like that, but inside their house too, it's good. Like when we're watching a movie, conscious effort to hold hands, to be mushy, to make out. I feel like life will get you to a stage where making out comes as an interlude to sex a lot of times, right? But just to do it and leave it there. It takes a certain level of intimacy and it builds something that, like, okay, it's not, I don't want you just for, I don't want that part of you just when I want to just, you guys know what I mean.
Just just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it, because you two are going really will not catch that one. Just for the fun of it. So yeah.
Alright, so the next point is my wife likes to call it, let me use the words that she says, which is saying sweet nothings to each other, right? The first time I hear them, I'm like, huh? What would I want to say? Like, it's not.
Somebody is romantic. Somebody is emotional. You will now be using guy to mask it. Please, who else's husband does this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, sweet nothings, right? So basically, I'm just talking in the raw. Talking in the nonsense.
We're not talking.
Basically, I'm just talking, like, just saying stuff to each other, right? To each of our, just saying stuff to each of our, like, sweet things, right? Like, oh, I like your dimples, or you give me flutters, not the wave, but just flutters. You give me
wow,
whatever it is. It might be local, it doesn't have to be Oyibo style, do you get me? But just make sure that I think it shows intentionality, and it shows that you care about the person, and it shows that you're interested in the person, right? So
then you say it can be local. You're beautiful. Sometimes like just say it the way you want to say it. Like, oh fine, Sha. Oh fine. I'm like, no. Tell me you look beautiful.
You look beautiful. With a fine girl. We can't forget our roots.
I agree. But sweet nothings, it creates butterflies. And it does not have to be like, let's dedicate a whole day to it.
So today is sweet nothings day.
Even though that's staycation.
You're the angel of my life. You are the sunshine in my night.
That's good too.
You're the brightness in my doom.
You're what?
You're the
no doom here, please. But that's good too anyway. But I'm just saying that even if it's right before bed, you guys are able to do that. If your husband comes to bed with you or comes to bed early, and you're able to do that before bed, then that's fine. I just threw you a shade. You didn't catch it.
I intentionally did not want to catch it. But yeah, I didn't catch it actually. But I also think it doesn't have to even be that. It can be throughout the day.
Random.
At work.
Yeah.
There are no rules to these things. Like I said, these things are mostly guides, but there are no rules. Customize it. If your husband is away for 2 weeks, for instance, don't wait until he comes back. And vice versa. Do you get me? So when he finally comes back,
this guy. I saw that TikTok thing that they said send a nasty text to your man and record his reaction while he was busy. Maybe some people did it while he was on Zoom meetings, some people did it while he was with his family, and it was just so fun to watch. But yeah. So the next thing is, you guys, we saved this one for the middle. So they've come again. Oh, pastor, Mrs. But see, when a couple, literally a couple that prays together stays together,
grows together. Yeah,
you can have your secret place. You should have your secret place. You should have his. But coming together to, especially pray in tongues together, hold hands if you have to, or even if you're not holding hands, just being in the same room. Is the state of your mind is the same. The Bible even says it that they need to agree, right? So the power of speaking in tongues together, or even praying together, worshiping together as a couple, creates intimacy. And I feel like, let me do you one better. For us, it's a case of we pray together at this time every day, right? So it's a case of even when we're fighting, we don't have a choice. We have to pray together. And that just has a way of even softening our hearts and redirecting us to, okay, don't lose focus on what your marriage is. Don't lose focus on the God that is keeping your marriage. So you will not now allow pride to say, we are fighting today, we're no praying nothing. So I feel like intimacy also comes, it also breaks down every wall of pride or whatever, when you're like in tune, holding hands, or not holding hands, just praying together. And that's Absolutely. Good stuff.
We celebrate you,
sir.
Next point is showering together. And I know, like I said, this thing
is it like shower
I think at this juncture I need to go and eat my own gear. Basically, because there are families, and I'll be honest, even us at some point our shower was not working. We had water problems. We used to shower, we used to bath with buckets. We could not shower together at those points because it was
2 buckets. Where are you going to put it?
But if you can, as much as it is in your capacity to do, please do shower together, because I feel like it creates intimacy as well. While you do that, help me to wash my back, wash your back, help me to wash other things that cannot be said here, wash it. Just that those minutes or that moment that you spend together builds intimacy, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I agree.
And I highly recommend it.
Yeah, but I feel like the people who don't even do it, because I've actually gotten a DM about this. That, what do you feel? Because people are like the same. Maybe we should do a video on having separate rooms. Because people are like the same reason you have, like, just know, have your privacy. I know you're married, but have your privacy. What do you have to say about that?
There is no privacy. There's no privacy in intimacy. There's no privacy in marriage, if you ask me. And I'm not saying this because I am the master of marriage. But it's just from my own perspective, and even from the Bible scripture, because two become one, not two become 1.5 or whatever. It's two become one. And I know there are people that go through stuff in their marriages, or there are people that as individuals they are just that private.
So like is that for the most part I've heard that sometimes I want to be in my space.
But still, if you ask my wife, for instance, I can be a very private person. Like, even she can be that as well. But I feel like once you enter into the ship of marriage, that goes overboard. It goes out of the window, So no matter how private private
I feel like
private Ryan, private, no matter how private you are, the moment you agree to go on a marriage journey with somebody, there are things that get flung out of the window immediately. Did you get me? So, and I strongly do not recommend separate rooms. If you have to fix your messiness, fix it. If you have to, be more organized, she had to work on me on that respect. I was not the most organized person in the world, right? But I had to work on it, because she would come into the room and she's like, why are there clothes all over the place? And I'm like, I know where my things are.
I was like, okay, show me. Where is this particular thing? Maybe this time you want.
But I had to adjust, my wardrobe is properly. I thought I was like, hey, is this me? I couldn't believe it, So I think that is where that compromise comes in. Is when people start to hold on to, this is why this is how they born me. I cannot change. My sister, you're not ready for marriage.
Yeah, and you're doing yourself,
my brother,
a disfavor.
He's not the big sister.
Yeah, and I feel like you're the things you could be enjoying, you're holding on to this person you think that you are. So when people don't want to heal and change and be better for it, because I'm not saying that this is the standard, but I'm saying that biblically it says that serve each other with your body, right? And out of serving each other with your body is also saying that, okay, hello, wash my back, and see, there's even something. Let me just address it here. How the reason I'm exercising is for me, yes, but also is also for my husband, right? They'll say, and I feel like communication is also part of the things we should say here. Let's just address it here. So that's the next point where you're saying that that communication of how do you like this, how do you like that, it helps when it comes to building intimacy. Because if you're giving me something that I don't enjoy, and in your mind, I've done all the styles in the world, but the man is like or the one is like, miss me with that. Do you understand? It's just activity infertility at the end of the day. So that communication to say that, amen, how do you like this, how do you like this, we got to a point where we spoke about something as, maybe I should call Lily too as her. Like, do you like her on your leg?
Her, don't call her.
Do you like her on your hair, on your leg? What's your opinion about pubic hair?
How about true hair?
No, stop. What's your opinion about this and that? Like, things like that need to be vocalized so that you know that. Okay, recently I was painting my nails. You guys should know I was watching some of my old videos. I actually had nails on, but when I have like events and stuff, I like to do my nails, but regularly, especially since I became a mom, I just stopped like fixing my nails, not because I left myself, but I don't want to hurt my child, right? But
or hurt me too, if you know what I mean.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
But recently, my younger sister's nail polish was lying fallow. I took it and then, because I really like the color, I started painting my toenails, and then I just showed it to my husband. Do you even like things like this? Because it's been a long time I did that. I'm like, do you like things like this? I said, oh yes, I do. And I'm like, so why don't you tell me to like fix my nails or color my stuff? And he's like it's not like if you don't do it changes, but I actually like it, right? So I've made a mental note that for marriage sakes, not because of, I don't want him to see it outside, I like it, no, just to please his eyes, because he's my husband. I made a mental note that the next time I go to salon, I'm going to put an effort into like fixing up my nails, fixing up, so communication like that is very important in terms of just being the spice of each other's lives. Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Thank you that you saw it. I appreciate it.
There's some nights that your partner just wants to cuddle, but separate rooms, so they have to make you take a day. Things like that.
Yeah.
So just think about it.
Think.
So the next point is wear each other's clothes. Well, technically, is your wife wears your clothes.
I knew you were going to say this. Guess what, guys? My husband wears my tights for football. How about that? You forgot it.
That was really.
Do you know that?
That has only, it is a one-off.
Excuse
and it's tough. It's tough from.
Excuse me,
have you seen my ups? I didn't have choice.
But it was a paternity one now. Hold on.
Still.
Do you guys, I was waiting. I knew that when this point would come up, my husband would say, well, she's the one always wearing my clothes. So truth. I remember that tight that I lent him during that football time.
It's the truth. It's the absolute truth.
What if I did not lend you? You know how to wear for soccer.
More often than not, is the fact all the time is the other way around. I don't have clothes again.
I agree.
I honestly don't have clothes again. All my clothes.
Thanks to pandemic now, everything.
Even t-shirts that I would think, okay, I can rock this one. I will just see somebody on weight just come out from the kitchen.
With boxers, though. Everything. Sometimes when my shorts, when I'm out of personal shorts, I just wear the boxers. Like, I'm a homebody, if you know me. And it's because I'm very comfortable in that, Very few now is even though I'm wearing my husband's clothes. It's just that goes. The shirt I see I wear now. That's what it has become.
Let me just change the point and say, allow your wife to wear your clothes. Because it's not in case of wearing each other's clothes. You can't particularly wear your wife's clothes, to be honest.
Except at tight.
But please, ladies, wear his clothes, to be honest.
I think it's very sweet.
I think it's sweet too, actually. When I see my wife wear my clothes, I'm like, okay.
Like
she's comfortable enough to, to want to wear. And please, that means you have to also be clean.
No, don't shade us. Don't shade us here. But yes, that's a very important message. You want to build on that so that you don't wear the clothes and the next time you want to wear.
You get me? I don't have to say it with all my mouth, but I obviously, and vice versa too, to be honest. But, so just it just create that enabling environment in your home that allows both of you to be free. I am also there is obviously that balance, but I am a strong believer in this is off limits to you, or this is off limits to you. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. And like I said, different strokes for different folks, right? But I think once there is communication and there is that understanding, there's nothing I have, to be honest, that my wife can. We have 2 cars at the moment, but I can't say, this is your car. This is you cannot touch this one. Don't necessary.
Necessary.
Do you get me?
Need
it. So there's just make sure that there is that communication thing going on, and
you use my hair products.
You understand?
We use the same lotion.
You understand?
The same everything.
You understand?
I feel like things like that, and I'm not saying you have to, because sometimes it's like you cannot wear my shoe. Just that later in some cases.
Yeah,
but if it's something that you can do or you find yourself doing, don't now make a big deal out of it.
Yeah. If you guys use the same kind of soap, there is no need for my soap, your soap. It's our soap.
Yeah.
His soap is soap.
If you can trust somebody with your body.
Yeah. I mean, kilo cool now. Kilo waku.
They said that one girl said, leave my room. Mom, you're invading my privacy. The mom said, you came out from my privacy. Anyway. That's it. Then the last one we're going to talk about is just send random messages throughout the day. We've said this already, actually. You threw it in a point, right? But it's important to send random messages. My husband and I now is working from home. I now have to go to work physically. But we call each other on FaceTime when I'm at work, or WhatsApp call, anyone, video call, when I'm at work. Even if sometimes he just wants to show me my daughter one more, but at least the fact that I've seen him, like things like that are very good. Send random messages. When it comes to even misunderstandings, I'm the type that both of us actually sometimes just like to sort it out
virtually.
Yeah, I'm the one that I'm the one who makes the conscious effort of let's talk about why in this house together. You want us to be sending messages, but sometimes if that's what it takes we do that
to break the ice.
So then we'll now build up on it later when we see, and then finish it up with the grace.
Please don't take communication for granted, man. We can't stress it enough. We can't stress it enough. It's something that you should never allow to be taken for granted. No matter how great your communication is,
it can be better.
It can always be better.
Yeah.
And even just to maintain good communication is work. It's intentionality. You can't just leave it up to chance or say, okay, we're good. No, you're only as good as the last time you communicated well. So please make sure that you keep that fire. I
agree.
Always put some oil inside that fire. Let it keep burning.
There was one time that I was thinking about something. I literally wrote it down. That I think someone sent me a message and asked that, please, my husband and I lack communication. What's the remedy? And then I wrote it that communication is the solution for lack of communication. So before I sent it to the person, I asked my husband, I'm like, what's the solution or cure for communication? And he said, communication. So I'm like, okay, same frequency, I see, great minds and all that good stuff. Anyway, so you said something, lastly, guys. You said something about like nothing is off limits. That's phone inclusive, right?
Yes.
We're going to do another whole video on should you or should you not touch your partner's phone. But with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please click the subscribe button, notification bell, do all the good stuff. Comment below.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you've been married for like years, or even 1 year or 3 months, or even 1 month, or whatever you do to like keep the fire burning, intimacy, please feel free to share in the comment section so that all of us can be learning and growing and glowing and enjoying our marriages together. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you
in the next
one. Bye. The leg ties.
No, that leg.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to go to massage?
I've been flipping pages since I could remember. That told me I had to be within the lines of 2 degrees and 9 to 5. And I've been working after work since last September. Working after work, I stay up late on the weekdays. I never tell